Hello, and I hope you are having a fantastic Tuesday. Looks like there were some Novatech withdrawal problems yesterday, and we're going to talk about that in an update. But of course, before we do that, I always got to give you a chance to read this disclaimer. All right, let's get to it and do it. And for that, what I want to do is share with you a few of the issues that are, one of the issues that I heard from one of my supporters yesterday. And I've heard this from several people that there was a lot of delays. And of course, that's not a surprise, right? That's not a surprise. Whenever you have people trying to get their money out at one time, that's going to happen. And remember, this was after Novatech said, hey, we're not going to do it 2 days anymore. We're just going to do it only on Monday. And guess what? They got slammed. And so that slowed everything down. And so they made some special provisions. And I'm going to talk about that. Now, I'm not going to talk about today the decision that they made about the April 1st release of the trading balances. I did a whole separate video about that, so I'm not going to cover that again. I'm going to link that video in the description and comments of this video as well. So just make sure you check that one out. And that's going to tell you what, from the horse's mouth, you can hear what was said about the April 1st date and my thoughts on that. So what I want to do for you first is go to some of the comments that I've received when I posted that video yesterday. And then we're going to talk about what they decided about those payment withdrawals. All right, so here are some of the comments. Very unfortunate when I talked about what the update was. Very unfortunate. They need to release the funds requested. Well, I get it, and I would feel the same way. But as I said, obviously there are a lot of people who want their money out. So it's almost like having a run on the bank. So if they released all the funds at one time, it'd be a wrap. It'd be done. Trade with a smaller gross balance. I understand that if they truly traded, I think they are. I don't know these things. We never know about any platform, right? But I hope they are. They just come across as scammers at this point, and I've heard that several times. This is just my opinion about the scam word and things like that. And I know she's not calling. They come across as scammers. So calling somebody a scammer and say that they're appearing as scammers is two different things. So I want to make that very clear. Obviously, I don't think they're trying to scam, right? I don't think they're trying to scam people. If they just want to rug pull and just take up the stakes and leave, they could absolutely do that. They could just go and do whatever they want to do, and it's happened before. Here's what my belief is. My belief is that they are a good company, and they've been a good company for 4 years, so I don't think that's changed, that are in a bad situation. And let's not sugarcoat it. Let's not placate it. Let's not Pollyanna and put on the rose-colored glasses. There is some bad things happening. They're in a very, very difficult situation. Now, how difficult it is, or are they coming out? I don't know, because all that's private information, and that's fine. Keep it private. But just from the things that I'm seeing, they are in a very, very bad situation. So good companies get in bad situations. A lot of the banks that have failed, I don't believe there was just fraud and scam and people. Hey, the market turned in a lot of different areas. There were some decisions that were made that did not work out. That happens in life. But you have to be responsible and accountable for when those things happen. So, and I think they're trying to do their best. I've said this before. I think the ship is taking on water. I think they're bailing out water as fast as they can, but will they be able to get the hose fixed and things right again before the ship goes down? I don't know. I hope they do. I really hope they do. There's nothing in me at all that hopes that Novatech goes away. But I don't know. It's not looking good at this point. Okay. So anyway, that was one comment. I don't like this at all if they're way behind. If they are behind, as they claim to be, how hard is to hire extra help? At this point, I really don't think extra help is the issue. I think there's a lack of funds. I really believe they just don't have the money to pay out all the requests that are coming in. That's just, and when you have that volume of requests coming in, you don't have that volume of money to actually pay those requests, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. But I get it. And hey, man, if you're, a lot of times if you're experiencing some financial challenges and maybe some financial difficulties hiring extra people, that they don't have the funds to do that. I don't know, speculation, total speculation, but maybe that's not going to solve the problem. But great point though. I can't even put in for my bonus withdrawal today. That's what I heard. That's what I heard from several people, is that the system was glitchy, that it was slow, that they couldn't put it in. And we'll talk about what they have decided to do in regards to that. So good luck getting anything out of your trading account. And last but not least, I thought this comment was interesting, and I want to share my thoughts on it. So they said we should only share this information within the community. Why do you guys do this? Just for selfish gain? Wow. Also, what is the sad news? I didn't hear any sad news. So maybe Rosemary didn't, watch the video. I don't know. But I think it's sad if you are saying or expecting an April 1st date to get your money out and you can't get it. I think that's pretty sad news to me. I'd be pretty upset. I'd be pretty sad if somebody said I would have access to my money April 1st and then I can't get it April 1st, at least in some form, some amount, some way. I think that's sad news for a lot of people. Maybe not Rosemary. Maybe Rosemary's all good. Rosemary, money I could afford to lose. It's no big deal. I don't know. Good for Rosemary. But I think a lot of people would view that as sad news, regardless of whether you thought you were going to be able to get it, didn't think you were going to be able to get it. If you're given a date, then that's the date. That's the date. And it is what it is. So yeah, I think a lot of people would find that sad news. So those are some of the comments. What are your thoughts about those comments? And now let's get to what Novatech has decided to do because of the delays. All right, here's what Novatech has decided to do because of the delays. It says, this is from the official Novatech channel. It says, attention. Please note the request for cash out options will remain open for 72 hours this week in order to allow everyone access. So because of the, backup, we're going to allow more time. I think it was 4 days before, now it's open for 72. Please make your request before 11:49 Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, please check your back office as well as share this with your team. And so that's why I find this a little bit kind of odd that Rosemary will say, well, don't share this. No, this is supposed to be private. When the Novatech official people are saying share it, share it with your team, share it with me. Maybe it's only supposed to be shared around Novatech people, but a lot of, I promise you, there are more than 21,000 Novatech people. And you can't always allow on your, upline. You have to get the information any way that you can. And so anyway, that's why I shared, because I want everybody to be aware that this is an option for you. So if you can't get in today, I understand the frustration. You have until Wednesday. So I didn't want to, I know maybe before it was like 48 hours. So now you have 72. So here's one of the things, they have the cute little cartoons. I know some of y'all don't find out, at least 80 people didn't find this funny. So say it is what it is. When you set your Novatech account to auto reinvest, you don't have to worry about being stuck like the rest. So when you set it to reinvest, they got a little rap going, a little rhyme going, and a little funny meme going. Yeah, and let's say 517 people laughed and 240 people loved it. Another 151 gave it a thumbs up, and 100 said 100% correct. So what the auto reinvest is just compounding. And I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. Only invest what you're willing and able to lose, and always do your own due diligence. Cannot say that enough. Always do your own due diligence. But so reinvesting or compounding is what is now being encouraged. And that makes sense, because if you have more people reinvesting, then you have less people withdrawing, which means there are less requests, which means, obviously also there's less money going out. So that's a big push. Now, if I were in that situation, would I cancel my withdrawal request and just reinvest? Heck no. And it could be all the cute, funny memes you want to share and everything like that. If I can get money out, I'm getting it out. And I think a lot of people look at it like, look, if I can't get the trading balance and now I can't do that, and like I said, watch that video so you can get the full details on that one. Can't do that, I'm at least getting the bonus. And now, guess what? Now you can't do that, and now it's delayed, and now you have more time, which is good, but that just means it's delayed further and further. So tough times. These are tough situations. I know they're working hard. I know they're trying to do all that they can do to kind of rectify this situation. And last, I thought this was kind of interesting. This may be the most important question we've asked thus far of all the surveys. How many of you have at least 4 or more individual weeks of bonus account withdrawals owed to them? 4 or more. So if we're talking, so that's a more than a month ago, month past. So we hear people getting them. I'm getting them. Oh, I got it. I got my March 1st bonus today. Yada yada yada. Well, at least 2,093 people still waiting a month or more bonus and hadn't gotten anything in a month or more. 1,000 says, "Hey, I'm not desperate for it. I'm one of those people." 1,000. Well, let me see. 2,093, and then you add another 1,000, just round it up, make it easy. So it's 3,093 haven't gotten anything in a month. That's just what it says here. 1,000 of that said, "I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I'm not desperate." The other one said, "I want the money." Yeah, I'm done. Whether if you call me desperate or not, whatever you call me, I want the money. So I want the money, and I want it now. And so I thought that poll was a little bit interesting as an aside from Novatech kind of checking the temperature. So I think you kind of got your answer right there. So anyway, all right, if you want to know something about some platforms that are currently paying, make sure to click on the link in the description and comments of this video, and also make sure to watch this next video as you can hear from the CEO herself about what she's decided on the April 1st date and my thoughts on them.